Hey guys, what is up? It is Tristan with Nerdet's Newsstand, and it's New Comic Book Day, and of course, I was gonna go to Red Hood first. Um, I always go to Red Hood first. Are you kidding? Even Batman came out, but Red Hood's my boy. But this is Red Hood Outlaw 29, and it's by Scott Lobdell, and the art is by Pete Woods. I almost forgot for a second. Are you kidding? Um, but the variant is beautiful. It's Yasmin Purdy again, and they are so well done. I absolutely love these. But we get to see at the end of the last issue, Batwoman showed up helping him from these type Solomon Grundy looking guys. And she shows up and, says her plan and, what they have to do, and they attack again. And there's a whole lot of action, some amazing, amazing art. Basically it's a fight sequence. She realizes that they're not like they're like almost android type things, and that they're not even finished at this point. So they are able to kill him. But there's not a whole lot. I mean, it's a lot of action, but it's more of just a fight with these. They end up being called Mondays, but we don't find that out yet. So we get back to 2 issues ago, I want to say, when he saved the FBI agent. And she's going through the diner to figure out what happened, and she realizes that Red Hood is leaving like a crumb trail for either her or somebody. And there is this hijacked like semi that is full of equipment that's been stolen from Star Labs. And they don't know what it has to do with, but it's more like a mobile unit for Underlife. And we get Wingman saying, like we saw him for like a brief second in the last one, and this is the only time we see him again. So how they're going to tie this in is beyond me, but he's kind of just stalking Jason. I don't know. It's very weird. But after they kill off all these Mondays, they end up having like a little chit chat, and I like that. I think they did a really disjustice to when Roy died. And he was kind of just like over it and really didn't show a whole lot of reflection about it. So she says, I'm sorry about Arsenal. She knew they were close. They had like the super bromance going on. And he says, he deserved better. So I do like that they added that in there. I think it's nice to realize that he's still reflecting on what happened to his friend. And they kind of talk about, what issue is it? It is 15. When he was put into Belle Reve, and she's like, I'm sorry for that. And yeah, it's just kind of like this coming together moment. And they get attacked by a Monday again. And one with really long hair. It's very weird looking. But, and it's another fight sequence, and this art is just, I love Pete Woods, and I think this is just beautiful. I love how he does the color palette, and, it looks amazing. But regardless, there's more fighting. I feel like that's what Red Hood has been, all it's been for the past about 3 issues. But he tries to kind of be nice to her, and he's like, I feel guilty about you leaving. And she's like, yeah, well, if you stay, I'm going to tear out your throat and your nose. So he's like, oh, so classy. What a classy lady. But they find where they need to go. She had intel, and they go inside. And, well, no, they don't. Red Hood does. And he's attacked immediately, and he finds that this lady has been controlling it. And it's kind of like an underground bunker for Underlife. And basically, she's saying she's super protected. He can't do anything to her. And it's the lady that in the last issue that shoved pie in his mouth, and I thought that was super weird. But so it's her, and they get into it and they start fighting. And she basically, we find out that she's an android, and she's not even like a real person. She's talking about these Mondays that they released, and I don't really get where all these androids are coming from, because if Underlife is really doing all this, then why is every single person an android? Why is there no real people? But she says, if you kill me, you're not going to be able to find the children, because all the children in the town were missing. And of course, Batwoman already knows where they're at. And, he's like, I really don't care. So Batwoman has the children, and he blows up this house. and they're able to, get the children back, get everyone, all the children are safe, and the people that are innocent are safe, basically. It's, Red Hood basically says he has his doubts about being a hero, he's having second thoughts about being a hero instead of a villain because he's fighting for something and they're just getting away with whatever they want. But he does decide to go with her, and we get to see Renee Montoya shows up, and they end up trying to figure out where they have to go, and they realize it's a place called Solitary. So Renee, and Batwoman take off, and that is it. This was a good comic. Wasn't a great comic. Really wasn't anything like to write home about. I liked the Arsenal part. I liked the finding out what those Mondays were and realizing that Underlife was, behind the whole city of Appleton. But I didn't think there was too much going on in this one. It didn't catch my eye to be something I'd want to, read again. And that's okay. Not every comic has to be like that, but there should be at least something that kind of draws you in a little bit more. And I do like the Underlife storyline. It's not even that. It just, I like Batwoman. I don't know. Just something about this wasn't great. And it's unfortunate, but either way, I'm still going to buy the next one. It's not like it's a Rick Grayson issue where it's horrible or how bad Detective Comics has been. So let me know, of course, what you guys think about this one. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. It's got a little neat ad at the end about Arkham Asylum versus the Phantom Zone, comparing the two. So I thought that was actually really neat. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.